Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing all right. Jason with Green Acres. How are y'all? Do this. And click there. And then I can't do it. It won't let me. There we go. Do that. All right. Cool. What's everybody up to? Everybody having a good time? Everybody looking forward to the weekend? I am. I'm tired. I'm tired. Tired. How would you treat powder post beetles on a wooden floor? It depends. Every job's different. I've done where the hardwood floor and the beetles were coming up out of the top of the floor, and I've done houses where they were underneath the floor, in the subfloor, in the floor joists. It just depends on the house. Well, hey Daniel, welcome. First time in the live stream. Welcome. Welcome to the party. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks, D. I spray Crossfire, but I'm still getting bit. How long does it usually take to work? It starts working immediately. It starts killing bed bugs immediately, but it can take up to 4 to 6 weeks to completely eliminate the problem. And you may need to treat again. Some houses, when they're extremely bad cases, you need to actually treat twice. I recommend that to do it yourselfer, treat once a month for 90 days. So at least 3 treatments a month apart. That's the way I used to do it years ago. Is I would treat 3 treatments a month apart, and that was very effective. So how would you treat the powder post beetles? I've got videos of me doing it. Let's see if I can find one. Let's look together. All right, we'll go to YouTube /Green Acres PC, and then click this little search button right here and search powder post beetles. There it is, the very first video. And so what you do, and it was only a year ago, so you share and I copy that link and I'll post it in there, and I recommend you go watch that. It's a lot to talk about, and it's easier just to send you to the video. It is 8 minutes long, not even very long video at all, not even 10 minutes. And I do a job and I show how to do it. So, is treating the bed, let me see, what is this? Is treating the beds and baseboards with Crossfire the main areas I should be focused on spraying? So, when you treat for bed bugs, what you do is, if you have a room, let's say these are the borders of your room. Oh, crud. Let me see. Can I put it over here? There we go. That's right. All right. So this is the border of your room. Okay. Or I'll give you something better. All right. You're treating for bed bugs. These are the places you should treat. Okay. Let's say you have, I don't know, a 2-bedroom house, just a small house. All right. Your hallway is here. There's your hallway. Okay. I'm just going with a well, let's say it's a 3-bedroom house, actually. Let's put, and then we'll put a line there. And 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 there we go. All right. And then let's see, is there an eraser on this thing? I never really use that. Let's see, can I erase this? There we go. All right. So let's say this is your bathroom. This is a bedroom. This is a bedroom. and this is a bedroom. Okay? And then your kitchen is over here. Let's say you got a kitchen table, like maybe right here, or a dining room table or whatever. And you got your kitchen cabinets up against the wall here, like this, maybe. And you got an outside door right here. It goes out through the side of the house. You got a front door right here. And you got a living room right here. Okay? There you go. And this is just basic kind of, just to give you an idea of the places that you need to spray. Don't use alcohol for bed bugs. It doesn't work. Okay, so, and it's a carcinogen. It causes brain problems. Not good for you. All right. So, anyway, you got a bed in this room. You got a bed in this room. And you got a bed in this room. And let's say this is a bathroom. All right, so we'll put a toilet right here. And we'll put like maybe a sink or a bathtub right here. And a sink right here. Behind the door. Okay? You have maybe a nightstand in this room. And a chest of drawers over here. And a closet. Maybe a closet in this room. Alright, we're being very imaginative. I want to show you all the kind of different things you need to treat. Okay? Alright. So, now we've got a fully furnished house, right? The places you want to treat for bed bugs. You want to treat your bed. Okay? All the beds. Let's say this room right here is a guest room. You want to treat that room too. Okay? And this bed here. Alright? You want to treat the baseboards all throughout the house. So all the baseboards. So just imagine all these black lines are baseboards. All the baseboards need to be treated through the entire house. And yes, even in the bathroom. I know bed bugs are rarely found in the bathroom, but I have, in my job, I have found bed bugs in the bathroom. So you need to be sure you treat all the baseboards through the entire house. Even maybe around where the commode touches the floor, the base of where the commode touches the floor. Okay? You need, now, you do not have to treat your, like, you can if you want. So I'll just put orange for if you want to. Okay? Dressers, nightstands, okay? Closets. This is if you want to. You don't have to. Alright? You don't have to. That's a bathtub. What am I doing? That's a bathtub. Don't need to treat the bathtub. Alright. Kitchens. Baseboards throughout the kitchen. Like I said, through the whole house. Do not skip baseboards at all. Even under where the kickboard or kick plate or whatever it is underneath your kitchen cabinets, you want to treat there. Okay? Sofas. Absolutely treat the sofa. This is a sofa. I know it's just a little block, but it's a sofa. We're using our imagination. You're pretending that you grew up watching Barney the dinosaur like me, and you use your imagination, boys and girls. Alright? Now, I'm going to use this as a shameless self-promotion. Okay? I am in the process right now of releasing a brand new course on bed bug control. It is, I did a job locally. It is an infested house. It had bed bugs. I found bed bugs in the house. It is a lot of footage. I filmed the whole job. It is a lot of footage. And so I'm trying to prune it down into something that's more bite-sized that people can watch, people can gain an education from. I am not going to be hosting it on Udemy. Now, like that video at the beginning that you saw, talking about where you could go to get like #1 course on bed bugs, all that, you could still go and you could still get that course. That's fine. But I am actually in the process right now of creating a brand new course. It goes over leather furniture. Because the big thing that people ask me is, I have a leather couch. Can I treat my leather couch? Yes, you can, and I show how to do it. I show how to treat beds. I show how to treat baseboards in both the bathrooms, kitchens, laundry rooms, all that stuff. I go over everything, and I believe I've been able to get it down to about 18 minutes. It's still a lot to do. I've made new mixing videos, which I've already released. I just released that Tuesday on how to release Crossfire. That is actually a video that I'm going to include for free with the course, and I'm going to host it all on YouTube. So it's going to be in a special category on YouTube, on my channel, and you'll be able to get a hold of that. And it's basically it's YouTube content, so it's really easy to get to for members of my YouTube that subscribe to my YouTube channel. So you can go and you can get it. Really easy, really simple. Not done yet, working on it. But it goes over a lot of these questions that I get asked all the time. And I'm going to go over, I haven't made a couple videos for it. I still want to do like diatomaceous earth and why I disagree with the use of it. Mattress encasements and why you don't need to use them if you have an active infestation and all that stuff. I'm going to include all together in a course on how to get rid of bed bugs. So it'll be easier to access. And I went over this last week about the problems I have with all of these course hosting websites. They really hold your hands. They tie your hands together, and they keep you from being able to do a lot of things that you would normally want to be able to do. So like when I do my courses, they only allow for 3 promotions on Udemy every so often. So I like to actually be able to give a promotion whenever I want. It's my course. I created it. I should be able to give a promotion whenever I want. YouTube allows for that. Udemy does not. So if I want to allow access to my course for free for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time, I can unlock the entire course. Everyone will have free access to it, and I don't have to worry about the ties of dealing with a corporation. It's all by me. I've done it myself. So that's hopefully I'll have that up by next week, or it might be a couple weeks because I still have a couple things I still need to film, but it will help a lot of people. I'm hoping it will help a lot of people, and it'll be a lot cheaper. It won't be this, sometimes on Udemy it's like $80 for the course, and that'll still be available. If you guys, I'm not going to take that down. That's always going to be there. The people that have bought that course will always have access to that course. It's 100% always all access. You have it whenever you want. I'm not taking that away. I actually just started hosting a cockroach course. If I don't get anybody buying that within the next couple weeks or so, I'm actually going to include that on YouTube too. I'm going to take it all the way down. We'll take it off of Udemy. But legally, I am bound to keep my course on Udemy, my bedbug course, or I would take that down and give it to you too. But I'm bound because it's been on Udemy for so long, and they basically say, once you have so many, people with your course, you have to leave it up there. So that's still available. People can still use that. But I'm going to release a new one. I've filmed all new footage very recently. Within the last 2 months, I've filmed it in a job that I did here in Lynchburg, Virginia, and I think it's a lot of really good footage. I took 2 cameras. I got all kinds of views to try to be as comprehensive as I can, explaining exactly how to get rid of bed bugs. So, and that should go live within the next couple weeks or so, and I'm going to have it accessible through YouTube and Patreon, which I don't really talk about Patreon. I've hardly ever used it, but I'm going to actually host it on Patreon as well. So if you're interested in that. But because there's not really much on Patreon right now anyway. It's just a way people have been able to go on and support what I do. And I appreciate that, but now I'm going to actually add it as an extra perk to Patreon as well. So you'll be able to go on there, you'll be able to get it. And like I said, it'll be cheaper. It'll be a lot more affordable for a lot more people. And I really like to try to, make things as affordable as I can for people. So let's get back up here. And so is treating the beds, the baseboards, Crossfire the main areas? Should I be focus on spraying? So the main areas you need to focus on spraying is pretty much everywhere. It's not just about the beds alone and the sofa alone. It's also about baseboards through the house. It's about lazy boy chair. I mean, let's say you have a lazy boy. Let's put one of those in here, okay? You're going to treat that. I'm just going to leave it red. So let's say you have a lazy boy chair right in here. You see, you need to treat that too. That needs to be opened up and treated. I actually go over a lazy boy chair in the course as well. I've actually got a chair that I flip upside down. I treat inside it. And everything too. So You need to treat that. Love seats. So any love seat recliner. Automobiles, cars. If you've got a car parked out front and you're worried you're going to take bed bugs to your relatives' houses, you need to treat your car. The trunk, down around where the seat belts come out from the seats, you need to treat down in there. It's very important to be very thorough. Think of all the places that you could possibly transport bed bugs, whether it's on your person or on your clothing. You need to treat, like I said, around your laundry room, washers and dryers around your laundry room. That's important. If you have a heavy infestation of bed bugs, and I mean very heavily infested, and you're really concerned about taking bed bugs with you to other people's homes, or work, maybe you're worried you're going to take them to work, then you really, what I recommend you do. So you need to wash your clothes, and you need to keep your dried clothes separate from where the bed bugs are in your home. Maybe you need to just keep them in a trash bag out on a back porch or something. So you know those clothes are clean. Those clothes do not have bed bugs in them. You can transport bed bugs on your clothing. I actually did a bed bug job for a lady where they were transported to her house because she went to a friend's house. Now, she was doing a charitable thing. She was helping a friend, and she went to her house, and she was helping her out, and she didn't even sit on the furniture. But because the lady had such a heavy bed bug infestation, she actually, walking through the house, she picked the bed bug eggs and the bed bugs up on her shoes, and she ended up infesting her own house by walking home. She never knew the woman had bed bugs. She didn't know. She just walked through her house, dropped something off, went home, and took them with her. So in heavy cases where bed bugs are very prevalent, it is very easy to actually track them out, even just on your shoes. So I know people that have done a really good job not spreading bed bugs by keeping a separate set of laundry just away from the area. If you don't have bed bugs in your car, then you can always keep them in your car, or on a front porch. If you live in an apartment, you may want to keep them in your car. And that way, I know it sounds crazy, but if you're really worried about transporting them around and you've got a serious infestation, that's the best way to do it, is keep your clothes separate. So you put them on, keep a separate set of shoes even in the car, so you can change out of the clothes that you're exposing yourself in your house. And once you've treated with Crossfire, it only takes, maybe a month or two to get rid of your bed bug problem, and then they're gone. And then you don't have to worry about it anymore. And then you can live like a normal person. Putting alcohol on your furniture is dangerous for you, and just inhaling the fumes is not good for you. It could cause brain damage, and it's highly flammable. I did a video several years ago where two families in Ohio, within, I think it was like a week or two apart, both had bed bugs, and both ended up burning down their houses by using alcohol to try to get rid of the bed bugs. It is not a safe option. It is not a good idea. Don't do it. How do you treat for ants in a car and furniture? How long do you treat? My house was treated by a professional, but I am still getting bites. Can Alpine be sprayed on furniture? So Alpine can be sprayed kind of on furniture. It's not like Crossfire where you can spray the surface of the pillows and stuff like that. Alpine is really, like, if you're treating for fleas or bed bugs or something like that, the label's a lot looser. As far as ants, do you have ants actually living in your furniture? If you have ants living in your furniture, then the only option is to turn the furniture upside down, open it up from underneath, and treat around the cracks and crevices in the furniture. You don't want to treat your cushions. You don't want to treat the pillows, like the back, like this. This, I call this a pillow. I know a lot of people call it like a cushion, but I call this part a pillow because it goes up against your neck. It's like a pillow. But, so I don't want to be confusing. I don't want to confuse people. I'm not talking about the pillows you sleep on. I'm talking about like this part of your couch, like the smooshy part. All right. I should say cushion, really. I should, but I've always called them pillows. Anyway, you need to flip your furniture upside down, and you need to treat the cracks and crevices underneath the bottom of the furniture where the ants are going to crawl. Here's the thing about ants. Ants can't get food out of your couch unless your kids drop food in your couch. They're not going to get water. They're not going to have all of the necessities of survival in your couch. They're not going to be able to find that. So even if they're living in your couch, they are going to have to crawl out of the couch to get to either a food source or a water source. And so if you treat around the couch, the ants will all die. It's the exact same premise. What if ants are living in your wall? Like this wall right here. This is a sheetrock. This is a sheetrock, wall studs, a standard wall. That's what this is. If the ants get in there behind a stud, I can't get to them. And I'm not going to tear the wall open to try to get to those ants. But the ants can't get food and water in the wall either. So what you do is you treat around the baseboards, you treat around the crown molding, you treat the cracks and crevices where they have to crawl out to get to food and water, and they'll crawl through the chemical and they'll die. The workers, so an ant colony consists of workers, reproductives, and soldiers. That's the basic. I mean, I'm not going to be too specific, but that's like the basic things, okay? You've got your workers that are carrying food back and forth to the colony and feeding the colony. You've got reproductives, and their sole purpose is to make baby ants. They stay in the colony. They don't ever leave. They stay at home. They don't leave. They're homebodies. They stay at home. They never leave. And then you've got the soldiers, which protect the colony, okay? If your workers are coming out gathering food and they're dying and they're not taking food back, eventually the reproductives will actually run out of food. And when they run out of food, they have to come out. If they don't, they starve. And either way, it's a win-win. So if you've got a nest of ants living inside your home or inside your furniture, as long as you're treating regularly, you're going to eventually, the ants are all going to disappear. They have to. So, White Oak Dweller says, "Hello, Jason. I got crossfire for my bedbug infestation. If I spray crossfire in my dresser drawers, is it safe to place the clothes back in the dressers once the pesticide is dried?" Yes, it's safe. Once it's dry. Only after it's dry. Have you ever used crossfire and it didn't work? So let me show you something. It's pretty cool. So I have an answer for that. My channel, okay? My channel, Green Acres Pest Control, all right? If you go to my main page and you click shorts right here, I have a brand new short series that I have released. It is a 4-part mini-series. All of my members have already got access to all 4 episodes because every time I release an episode, members get all access immediately. But it's a 4-part series. It's just one a day. So in 2 more days, you'll have them all. But this is a bedbug mystery. Crossfire and bedbug troubles. And I'm going to give you the TLDR. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to spoil it. I'll give you a spoiler alert for those that have been watching it. So I was servicing a house for bedbugs for months with crossfire. The crossfire was absolutely killing the bedbugs. It was doing an amazing job. But it was not eliminating her problem at all. It was really frustrating to me because here I am treating this house every single month. I don't have this problem. She is one of 2 customers that I've had ever in 26 years where I could not kill her bedbugs with crossfire. Very frustrating. So if you're interested in how I solved that, maybe I won't spoil it, but if you're interested on how I solved that, every day, I think it's at 7, let me see. What does it say here? When do those videos release? I want you to watch a video. I don't want to spoil it. They're scheduled to be released at 7 o'clock tomorrow night and 7 o'clock Saturday night. So Friday night and Saturday night, 7 o'clock, there's a short. They're less than a minute long. And it's basically a 4-minute little story on how I dealt with a house that Crossfire didn't work. And it's really good. So you got to watch them. I gotta tell. If you subscribe, you'll get it. You get it. And make sure you hit that little notification bell up at the top so you get all that. And it goes over bed bugs and what happens when Crossfire didn't work. For me, personally. And it doesn't happen like that very often, but it has happened twice. And this is within the last year. It's happened recently. So, I'm interested in that as well. Is there any way bed bugs can develop a resistance to Crossfire? Is it 100% effective every time you've done it? I just said, you got to watch those videos. I'll give you a hint. It's not from something that I did wrong at all. It's not. It's actually something that I should have noticed, or thought of, at least, to tell the customer, and I didn't tell them. But it's not something that I did wrong. In fact, every time I went to the house, the bed bugs were actively dying from Crossfire. So it was not a resistance issue. The bed bugs were not resistant to Crossfire at all. But you have to watch those videos. And no, I did not burn down the house. I am suffering right now from extreme sinus pressure. And this is usually where a normal influencer would be like, but today's sponsor is Sudafed or something like that. But no, I'm actually right here. Oh, my eyes feel like they're just swollen. The flowers are blooming. All the trees, like my wife's grandma, she's like, y'all should come visit up to D.C. and see the cherry blossoms. And I'm just like, oh, I don't like flowers. They're pretty, but they make my head hurt. Everything's pollinating now, and it's just, I never had a problem with spring allergies until I turned about 34, 35, and every year since, I have them horrible. It's a miserable thing. I don't know how people deal with this their whole life. It's just, it's awful. Oh, it's awful. Anyway. Oh, and if you're on my TikTok, you already know. Because TikTok videos, when I put them up, they're a lot longer. So there's only 2 parts to the TikTok video. And they've already posted. So if you're on TikTok, you can go watch videos now and you don't have to wait. Let me see here. Hi, Jason. Do you think it's more difficult to eliminate bed bugs in a unit in a high-rise building compared to a house? No, it's the same. It's just more work. But, I mean, all right, so if it's a single apartment, it's not a problem. If you're talking about the entire high-rise, that's just more work, but it's still not a problem. The biggest problem with apartment buildings and high-rise buildings and these multi-unit these dwelling places where lots of people live, is that you can't control your neighbors. And if the if the pest control guy is not pushing to do more than just one active unit, then you just stir them around. Because if you get rid of them in one unit, but you're not doing the neighboring units, what's to say they haven't spread into the neighboring units before you treated? And then after the treatment's no longer effective, they just move right back into your apartment. See, that's the problem with apartments, condominiums, townhomes, duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes, these multi-unit living spaces. Single-unit family homes are a lot easier to deal with than the multi-family dwellings. If I used an empty 32-ounce spray bottle for Crossfire, do I mix 3.3 ounces of Crossfire and fill it up the rest of the way with warm water. Are you talking about mixing a quart? Is a quart 32 ounces? I can't remember. I was horrible with my measurements in school. Let me see. How many ounces in a quart? 32. Okay, so no. You would mix 28. So what I recommend you do, if your bottle only goes to 32 ounces, this is one of the things I have the hardest time explaining to people. And I feel like I answer this question all the time. All the time. Okay? Let me show you what to do. I work better through visual representation. So if you have a quart, you're mixing 1 quart of finished diluted Crossfire, okay? Because you can't use it straight concentrate. So let's say you're using a quart. Okay, this is 1 quart. You fill it up half full with water. Okay? Maximum is 32 ounces, I'm sorry. Half full of water. So that'll be what? What's 32 in half? 16? 16 and 16? Yeah. So it's 16 here. 16 ounces. Because it's half full, right? Half full of water. Okay? 4 cups. Now, you pour your 3.3 ounces. Let me see. Let me go to... And this just makes it so much easier doing this. Okay? It makes it a lot easier doing it this way. So in here, this is if you're mixing a quart, 3.3 ounces. Crossfire. All right? And then you fill it the rest of the way to the 32 ounce mark. You got to understand it's 32 ounces. Completed solution. It's not 32 ounces plus 3.3 ounces of Crossfire. It's 32 ounces minus 3.3 ounces of water, add 3.3 ounces of Crossfire. Do you understand? So you have 32 ounces finished mixed solution. Okay? So if this is total 32 ounces, you'd fill it up to the 32 ounce mark. And there should be like an air gap at the top. You know, if it actually measures, it's like one of those little squirt bottles that actually has a little graduated cylinder all the way up the side. Don't overfill it. So fill it all the way up to the 32 ounce mark with the Crossfire. With water. Now you've got water, all right, water, and water there. So basically you're making a Crossfire sandwich with water as the bread. Do you understand? And then shake it up real good. Shake it up really, really good. And you'll intermix everything together and you will have the right Crossfire to water ratio. Total is 32 ounces. Do you understand? You do the same thing if it's a gallon container. So if it's a gallon container, let's say you got a gallon container over here, all right, that's 1 gallon. You do the same thing. You fill it half full of water. Okay, half full, which would be 1/2 gallon water. And then you do your Crossfire here. And then you mix the rest water. And it's not half a gallon of water at this point because you got to think it's actually it's less than a half gallon of water. Okay? But then this is the rest of the way to the water up to 1 gallon. So it's 115 ounces of water plus 13 ounces of Crossfire equals 128 ounces of finished solution, which is actually Crossfire, which is what it becomes. It becomes Crossfire. Okay? So this is how you do it. This is how it's done. If you mix too much water, if you actually do a whole gallon of water and then you add your 13 ounces of Crossfire in there, you have mixed a weaker Crossfire solution. It's not weak by much. It's not that weak. It's still a pretty good pesticide. You don't have to throw it away, but it will work better if you mix it correctly. So, that's how you do it. Personally, if it were me, let's say I was doing my own pest control in my own house, and I'm not doing this for hire, and I accidentally mixed a watered down version of Crossfire, I would use it. Personally, myself, I'm admitting, I would use it. See what happens. I would not waste it. I would just see what happened. It's not that big a deal, but I have known of people that have had not as good of results by overmixing, by using too much water. So, it's not divided by 13. It's minus 13. So anyway, that's how you do it. It's really easy. When you do it that easy, when you do it that simple. Hey Emma, do we have a like a little bleach bottle, like a little spray bottle?
Yeah.
The empty one?
Yeah.
Bring me one in here. I will use it as a visual aid. I wouldn't use a squirt bottle personally. I would use a sprayer, even if it's like a Chapman plastic, gallon sprayer. I would use that before I used a little squirt bottle. I probably shouldn't be drinking coffee at 10 o'clock at night, but my head is pounding, and that is helping a lot. Hi, Captain. Hi. Come here. You're not going to come over here? You came over here and let me pet on you and everything earlier. I have a puppy. Y'all want to see? I'm going to see my puppy. That's not the bottle.
I couldn't find it.
Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If you can't find it, don't worry about it. Come here. Come here. Go give him one of them treats. I'll give him a treat. I'll give him on camera. I'll show people my puppy. I have a sweet little puppy. Oh, he came by himself. Never mind. Never mind. Look, this is Captain. Captain! Oh, come here. Come here. He heard her get treats. Look.
Isn't he adorable? He's a sweetie.
He's asking. Okay, give him a treat, Emma. Oh, yes. He's a good boy. And there's Emma. There you go. He doesn't get on camera very often, and now he's munching on a little bone treat. So he's not he's camera shy. Oh. So, I am going to do a new video. I thought about it today. So, I want to go over it. I'll give you a little spoiler. I haven't made it yet anyway. I don't know when I'll put it out because I'm working on this course right now and I really want to try to get that out because I know a lot of people, it could benefit a lot of people. But let me show you. So, I have talked before about bird mites. Y'all remember that? I don't know if anybody remembers that or not. But let's go look at my channel real quick. Let's go here. And let's search bird mites. Now I have a video, it's pretty popular. As far as my videos on my channel go, it's got 62,000 views. I get comments on this thing all the time. It's got a lot of comments. It talks about how to get rid of bird mites. I also have a short that I did about bird mites living on your body. I have, these are the two videos I've done on bird mites. So I'm going to do a more comprehensive video on bird mites. If you have bugs biting you, there are 3 different types of mites that bother people. Well, 4, but we're not going to talk about scabies. Scabies are itch mites. That's something a doctor has to control. But if you've got You got bird mites, spider mites, and clover mites. Those are the three. Clover mites do not bite you, but they'll leave little red smears. If you get one in your clothes and you kill it, it'll leave like a red bleedy mark. It's the color that they excrete when they die. It's not blood. It's just that's what they do. They look like a little pinprick, and you've probably seen them. They are little red dots that move. In fact, I might have a video on clover mites. Oh, let me see if my search will work. Clover mite. I don't have it. That's so weird. I made that video. Hold on. Let me see if it's on TikTok. At Green Acres PC. TikTok. Let's see if it's on there. No, I don't want to do that. All right. So these are all my videos on TikTok. Let's search for what can I search these videos? See, TikTok doesn't have really a good way to do it. Clover mites Green Acres. That's not what I wanted. I guess they want me to log in. I'm not going to do that. Well, I'll try to find it, and if I find it, I will post it on YouTube tonight. But clover mites a little. Basically, it's beside the point. They don't bite you, so we don't worry about it, right? They don't bite you. Let's not worry about it. If you have bedbug bites, or you think they're bedbug bites, you can't find a bedbug. You can't find bugs at all. You can't see anything biting you. You can't find signs of bed bugs. You haven't found poop stains. You haven't found blood marks. You haven't found anything except something is biting you. In fact, your bite, you might be getting bit and the bite is disappearing in a day. Like it's not lasting. It's gone. It doesn't last but maybe a day or two. And then it's gone. That is not typically bed bugs. That could be several things. But I'm going to do a video about mites. I want to do a video, a more comprehensive video on bird mites and spider mites. Now, I've been researching bird mites and spider mites over the last couple weeks. And I want to explain. There are some chemicals that are very effective on mites. But there are also a lot of chemicals that are not. The majority of pesticides that you buy over the counter are not effective on mites. They will kill lots of other bugs, like the predators that eat mites, but they don't kill the mite. So if you take the predator out of the picture, like spiders and ants and other things that might eat the bird mites or eat the spider mites, then what happens? Spider mites, bird mites, they overpopulate. And then they start coming in your house, biting you. So, I'm going to do a new video on a lot of information on mites. Bird mites and chicken mites, yeah. Well, they're similar. So, a chicken mite is a type of bird mite. Poultry mites is what they call them. And so, poultry mites are a type of bird mite. So, you've got a category of bird mites. You have pigeon mites, chicken or poultry mites, and the bird mites that actually travel on like songbirds and stuff like that too. So they're all bird mites and they all bite you. But some live longer than others. Poultry mites can live 9, 10, 12 months. So can pigeon mites. They can live a long time. The ones that are carried on songbirds usually die within like 3 or 4 weeks or so if they don't have a bird. But chicken mites and pigeon mites can actually survive a lot longer. But I'm going to go over that. I'm going to make a new video. I'm going to go over it because there's been a lot of questions about it, and we're going up on the spring, and people are going to start getting birds, and they're going to start having problems with mites again. Hey, Symbolic, how are you? Are you doing good? Are you doing good? I see you say, what's up? I say, what's up to you? How are you? So I have new emotes for chat. that I can do. If anybody knows how or has any ideas for any new emotes, join Discord. The link is in chat. Nightbot posted it just like 4 or 5 chats up, maybe 10 chats up. Go click that, join Discord, and I would love it if y'all would share your ideas for emotes. Because right now I've got this one, Skeletor, which is that one. I've got, I think that's one. Is that one? No, that's not one. Is that one? No. That one. There's one. There's one. And so there's lots of them. Kenju's really good with them. He uses a lot of them. Oh, there they are. Those are all the emotes that can be used right now by members. Okay? I can have up to 9 now, and I only have 6. So if anyone has any ideas for emotes, share. Be cool. I'd like to put some up for people to use when they're chatting. Those are all the ones I've got so far. When you reach a certain threshold, the way YouTube is, and I think Twitch is the same way, when you reach a certain threshold of members, you get new emotes. And so to give you an idea of what a member is, if you click the subscribe, which most of you should be subscribed, or all of you should be subscribed, actually. I mean, truthfully, this is awesome stuff, right? But if you click join, you have an option to become a member of the channel. And there's 3 different tiers that it basically what it does is it goes to support the channel. But when you join, it makes your, basically what it does is when you're chatting with a live stream like this, it makes your chat stand out. It gives you a little shout out ability that you can do that other people can't do because you're actually joined the channel. You're not just a subscriber, you are actually supporting me. And so when you do that, it gives you the ability to use different emotes and stuff like that. It also gives you the ability to shout out, and it makes your messages more visible to me when we're chatting. So it's not busy tonight. There's only 29 people in the chat room. But there have been nights where there were over 100 people in here, and I can't keep up. And if you're a member and you type, I will see it because it stands out. To me, when I read it, on my side, when I'm reading the chat I see, it makes it stand out. It puts like a little symbol beside your name through the OBS platform that makes it easier to read. And so it points out. Yeah, like Jennifer. See, Jennifer Lego, she's been a member forever. I honestly, I don't even know how long Jennifer's been a member for. I'd have to look it up. Jennifer and Kenju both, I think they're competing to see who could be the member the longest. But Kenju's been here a long time. He used to be Pepperidge Farm. Who remembers? Pepperidge Farm remembers. But Jennifer knows that. She calls him that all the time anyway. Oh, feels like my headache's going away. Yes, Kenju was the very first member. Kenju was the very first member. And he's still a member. He's still coming in here, hanging out with me, putting up with me. Actually, I might be able to tell who the members are. Let me see if I can click over here and look. Let's see. All your members. Potato's a member. Is Kenju a boy or girl? I don't know. Yeah, Kenju has been a member for 19 months. Also, somebody named Brandon has been a member for 19 months. So there's your competition. And then Jennifer has been a member for 18 months. So that's a long time. Put up with me. Come in here and chat with me. My stalkers. They're my stalkers. Jennifer, Dynasty, Kenju, and Brandon are my top 4 members of the channel. Yeah, I thought Kenji was a guy. But who am I to assume gender in today's world full of crazy people? Oh, my headache's gone now. I'll tell you what. I took an ibuprofen. Ibuprofen's the only thing that helps me when I have sinus problems. Sudafed just makes me feel like I'm in a daze or a dream. It makes me feel weird, and I hate it. I'd rather have a headache. It just makes my whole head feel cloudy, and I'm like a zombie. I hate that stuff. I will take it if I'm extremely sick. Otherwise, I just deal with it. But if I take ibuprofen, take like a 20-minute nap, my headache will go away. I don't have a headache anymore. I had it when I first started the stream, but it's gone now. It's been 56 minutes. Hello, Mr. Akers. Thank you for all your help and advice. If you've sprayed a room with Crossfire where you have seen bed bugs, but you don't sleep in that room anymore, do I go back to draw them out? Yes, you do. You need to sleep in that room. Bed bugs go dormant. So bed bugs will hide in places you can't necessarily get the spray to penetrate to, like in a wall void around an outlet, somewhere like that. If the bed bugs are in the wall and you spray and you no longer use the room, bed bugs will kind of hibernate when they don't have a food source nearby. And that allows them to be able to survive. So bats are one of the primary carriers of bed bugs. Bats aren't around all the time. Bats will migrate. Bats will go from house to house or tree to tree. They won't sleep in the same place every night. And so bed bugs don't always get a food source every day or every night. And so they have to be able to survive. And so what they do is they go through a dormant stage until a new food source is there to feed off of. And when that new food source comes along, then they can get a blood meal. The adults can live up to a year, and nymphs can also live up to a year without a blood meal. So when you go and you leave the bedroom, you're basically putting them in that state of dormant, and they're not going to come out and get in the chemical. But if you are in the room and you use the room, actively use the room, the bed bugs will come out. They won't hibernate. They'll come out to bite you, and then they'll die because they crawl through the chemical. Basically what you're doing is you're drawing them out, kind of like when you put cheese on a mouse trap. The mouse won't necessarily go into the trap unless there's bait there to draw it into the trap. And then it goes in, it snaps it, it kills the mouse. And so what you're doing is you're the cheese to the bedbug trap. You are enticing the bedbug to come out and bite you. And when it crawls across the treated surface that you've created by spraying with Crossfire, they die. And that works. So. How are you, Alicia? Alicia?
What?
How are you?
I'm fine.
That's good. Alicia just joined the party. I didn't put the kids to bed tonight. She did. Because they were not wanting to go to bed, and I had to start my live stream.
I read them 3 chapters of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. They want to get it done so they can do that movie for movie night.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah, they're reading Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I don't know if y'all could hear her or not. I've changed a little bit of settings on my microphone, so it's not as sensitive as it used to be, so I don't know if y'all can hear her or not. Does Crossfire have any effect on bird or clover mites? No, it does not. It will not kill clover mites. It will not kill bird mites. Onslaught Fast Cap works really well on mites, and that's why I'm making a new video, because it's a newer pesticide that I just started using for them about a year ago, and it works really, really well. And so that's what I recommend for them. Just in case you want to see what it looks like. It's that right there. Right there. Onslaught Fast Cap. That's what I use on mites now. So, it's very good. It's very, very good. But the video before I did, I think what the chemical I can't even remember what I was telling people to use. Never would have thought about bats for bed bugs. I got bit by a bat and had to get rabies shots. Poor thing. So hopefully I won't see bats anytime soon or ever. Well, the thing is a lot of times bats will roost inside your attic. And when they migrate or they move to a new location, the bed bugs don't have anything to bite, so they move down into the house. And so it's a really common thing for bed bugs to move around when there isn't a food source. Chimney swift bugs are also a breed of bed bug that comes from birds, a chimney swift, which is similar. It looks like a bat, but it's a bird. And they will come in the chimney, live in the chimney, and when they migrate, the bat bugs or the chimney swift bugs or whatever will come and get into the house, which look a lot like bed bugs. They'll live on your bed and bite you too. And so there are other animals that carry bed bugs, not just bats. But yeah, we do. So my wife reads chapter books to the boys at night. She'll read one chapter every night. We've been through Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, and now they're reading Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And Charlie, my 5-year-old, they read 3 chapters in the book tonight because he wants to get through it, because we do a family movie night, either Friday or Saturday night, and we will all sit down and watch a movie together. Usually Saturday night. It depends. It really depends on the time of day and dark and stuff like that. But and so we'll sit and watch a movie. So far we watched and we just started this. I told my wife I really liked it when I used to do it. Back when Disney used to do the Magical World of Disney every Friday night, and my family, we would always sit around the television and it was channel ABC or whatever would do it, and because Disney owns ABC, and so they would do the Magical World of Disney, and we watched when I was a kid. I remember Mary Poppins, Sound of Music, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, old Disney classics, Lady and the Tramp, stuff like that. They'd show on network television. And so far, we've done Bedknobs and Broomsticks we watched first. And if you haven't seen that, it's Angela Lansbury. It's a great movie. It's hilarious. I love that movie. I laughed. I'm 42 years old. I still laugh at that movie. It's a good movie. And then we've done Lady and the Tramp. We've done, what other movies did we do, Alicia?
We did, the one with the dog and the cat, Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound. I could have gone without that one.
Oh, you have to do that one.
All the kids liked it. They thought it was great, but it's such a cheesy movie. Oh, it's so cheesy. Let's see. Can I just leave the diatomaceous earth powder down and still spray the crossfire? I would try to get as much of it up as I can. I really would. Diatomaceous earth can cause issues with crossfire to where it won't work. A lot of people swear diatomaceous earth is not repellent, but it is. It will drive bed bugs into areas of the home that make it more difficult to treat for bed bugs. Don't use it. Vacuum it up and get rid of it. How about this? Little pin. Let me see. I don't know what that is, Omar. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, Milo and Otis.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's what Kenju said. We should do Milo and Otis. And Jennifer Lego says Herbie. Herbie's good. I don't know. Alicia probably don't like Herbie.
I don't think I've seen Herbie.
You never seen Herbie the Love Bug?
I've heard of it.
Oh, it's good.
My mom always talked about how we should watch it.
I'd watch the old one. I wouldn't watch the one with Lindsay Lohan. I would watch the old ones. I don't care a lot for Lindsay Lohan.
I like to watch like the classic followed by the
I don't like Lindsay Lohan. I don't think I've never thought she was a good actress. I say Lindsay Lohan because that's what Jeff Dunham used to do in his. He's a funny comedian. But I don't like Lindsay Lohan. I never did. Even when before she became like a complete weirdo. I didn't like her before either. Let's see. I sprayed Crossfire in my room last Friday. March 15th. Is it too late to drop? Oh, yeah, no, you should go use the room. The Crossfire is still effective. It works for about, it says 28 days on the label, but I give people 50 days. I tell them give it a month and a half. It usually works really well within the first month and a half of treatment. What would you suggest for a container for your clean clothes? Something with a zipper. Would a plastic bag be sufficient? I would probably use, looks like a plastic garbage bag. But don't keep it in the room with the bed bugs. Keep it out of the room. Don't put it in the room with the bed bugs. How effective is Tempered? Bed bugs have started to develop quite a resistance to Tempered. It's not as effective as Crossfire, but it does still work in a lot of cases. So if you don't have access to Crossfire, Tempered is a good maybe third or fourth choice. Second choice would be Alpine WSG. Third choice would be Tempered. In my opinion, that's what I would choose. I've never used Apprehend, and I'm not brave enough to try it yet. I've heard a lot of people say they had bad issues using Apprehend where it didn't really work that well. So I don't really recommend Apprehend. I don't recommend Apprehend at all. Not for the average user. I would not recommend it. So, Alpine WSG cannot be used on a mattress, and I don't believe Tempered can either, but Crossfire can. And so if you've got bed bugs living on your mattress and your only option is like Tempered, you may have to throw away your mattress. So, my eyes are really blue in this light. Have you ever noticed that, Alicia? Alicia?
What?
Have you ever watched my live streams?
Yes, I have watched.
My eyes look really blue, don't they?
Oh no, they are really blue.
No. When I look in the mirror, they're not that blue. About how long is aerosol variant of Crossfire effective as opposed to liquid one? I don't know. I've had a lot of people say that they don't have as good effect with the aerosol. I don't use aerosols. Here's the thing. Let's talk about being professional. Okay? If I came in your house and I was just going shh with a spray can and you paid me money to kill bed bugs and shh is all I'm doing, I mean, anybody can do that. That doesn't even look professional. I mix it, I use it in a sprayer, actual B&G stainless steel 1 gallon tank. I come in there and I do a professional job. I don't feel like exterminators that use aerosols is very professional at all. Even if it's a higher grade pesticide that's in the can, not only that, aerosols degrade faster because of the petroleum additives and stuff like that they put in them, and they're not as effective. So I mean, if someone's going to pay money for me to come in their house, I'm going to do the best damn job I can. And aerosols are not as good quality. They're just not. So I don't recommend them because they're not very effective. They're not as effective. It's not that they're not effective. It's that they're not as effective. They don't last as long. You're paying good money. You want it to last as long as you can. You get the best. You get the most out of your money, right? So okay. So Christina says, okay, that's what I'm using, and it seems to be working. I made a mistake by not unpacking after spraying and found one in the bathroom. I immediately started mixing, spraying all over. Okay. Are my questions visible? Alex, are my questions visible? I mean, I see you. I don't see anything before now. So maybe I did miss your question. So if you want to ask, I can see it now, Alex. Why don't you recommend mattress covers? Because they don't work. If they worked, I'd recommend them. They don't work. Mattress encasements are they're not a solution to a bedbug problem. They never are. They never are. I don't care what people say. They're never a solution for an active infestation of bedbugs. They are only good to prevent bedbugs from getting into a freshly purchased mattress and box spring that have never been used before in your home. and they will keep bed bugs off of your mattress. They will keep bed bugs off of your box spring. But if you have an active infestation of bed bugs and you put mattress encasements over your mattress and over your box spring, expect to keep bed bugs. It will not get rid of your bed bugs. They will end up getting out of them. They do not work. They will not work. Do not use them. They're a waste of money. If you go out, if you get bed bugs and you freak out and you go out and you buy mattress encasements like people do and they throw them on their bed and they try to, cover up the problem, it won't. It will not work. Let's see. I was asking if you could check the link you provide for Crossfire because every time I check it says the product is not available. All right. Let's check right here on this. Let's go to my live right now. On their bed. And there we go. There's the live stream right there. Crossfire. Okay. There's the link for Crossfire. All right. Let's use Amazon store. Let's go Crossfire right here. Let's go Crossfire right here. There it is. Crossfire. Okay? So let's use another link. I've got an actual affiliate link that's not on my live streams. It's on my regular videos. Let's go check that out and see if that one works. It's my most recent video.
It is a Jane.
How to mix Crossfire. Okay, let's go here. All right. Where is it? Oh, Crossfire. There it is. There's my affiliate link right there. And there it is there too. On Do My Own. So, yes. You can click it. You can get it. More than likely what has happened, if you are clicking my links in my videos, I'm actually glad you came on and you said something, because this allows me to address this situation. If you live in a state where neonicotinoids are being restricted, you will not be able to buy them under the normal links that I provide. Like, those links I just clicked to show you where they are. It's not your IP address. In fact, you might be able to buy them with a VPN, maybe. But if you live in Canada, if you live in Germany, if you live in England, if you live anywhere in Europe, if you live in California and New York State, you may have a problem ordering Crossfire because it's considered a neonicotinoid and they're being restricted in those states. Or those countries, and it may be harder for you to get it. People get it. People find ways to get it. But, that's how it is. And there are some other states that I think Maryland might be restricting it too. I don't know. But I know Virginia's not. You can get it in Virginia, no problem. But then I also have a license. I've never had a problem getting it ever because I'm licensed. So, Canadians can't get neonicotinoids. They're outlawed in Canada. They're trying to restrict it and make it harder for you to get it. That's why. Do carbon dioxide work? No, they don't. The carbon dioxide traps don't really work for bed bugs. I mean, there's always a likeliness one might crawl into it, but it's just coincidental. They don't work. I am thirsty. And that might be why I had a headache. Because I was thirsty. I don't drink enough water. Well, when it's hot, I don't drink enough water. As I sweat profusely. Oh. Excuse me. What about the bed cover that zip up? They don't work. They don't work. So, a lot of people will use diatomaceous earth or other types of powders for bed bugs. I don't recommend dusts. And the reason I don't recommend dust, I use dust, but I'm a professional. I've used dust a lot. I know how to use it safely. All right. Of all of the pesticides that I use in my business, there are two different ones that have the potential to cause harm to people. One is rat poison. Two is dust. Okay? You have to understand how to apply a dust. And there are so many people online that are Google professionals that swear they know what they're doing. I don't believe them. I've been using dust since I was 12 years old. And it does take a finesse to be able to apply it correctly and not poison yourself or inhale the dust. It's very difficult. I am 42 years old. That's 30 years of experience using dust, and I still screw up sometimes and make a mistake. Okay? It's a pain in the ass to clean up when you do make a mistake. It makes a mess everywhere. It exposes you unnecessarily to a pesticide that you do not need to expose yourself to. That doesn't even work that much. I mean, DE is not that effective. People swear, oh, it's the best thing in the world. They are lying to you. Yes, believe it or not, thousands of people will lie to you. Do you want to know? Let me tell you a story about my life. I used to be in a cult. I grew up in a cult. My childhood, okay? My entire childhood, from the time I was 1 till I was 30. All right, nearly 30 years of my life, I grew up in a cult. Thousands of people lied to me. All right? Had no clue. All right? It's a cult. That's the point. There is a cult around using diatomaceous earth and Semexa. Okay? There are people that swear by using diatomaceous earth and Semexa. It's called a cult. They are uninformed, misinformed morons. And that's just the plain, honest, absolute truth. They will convince you that crushed up rocks are all you need to kill bugs, and it is not true. I would tell you, I tell everyone how to do my job. This is what I've built my YouTube channel around, is teaching people how to do my job safely and effectively. And the reason I say diatomaceous earth and Semexa are bullshit is because they are bullshit. They really don't work. I have seen millions over my lifetime of killing bed bugs. I have seen millions of bed bugs crawling over diatomaceous earth, not dying from it. If diatomaceous earth and Semexa were so effective, why am I being called in these houses that are just practically dumped with a dump truck load of diatomaceous earth all over the place? They are disgusting. They are horrible. The dust gets all over you. Looks like I've been in a powder sugar factory. I mean, it's horrible, gross stuff. There's no way you can avoid breathing it in once it's applied. And it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. If it worked, they would not still pay me hundreds of dollars to kill their bedbug infestation. It would be dead. It would be gone if the diatomaceous earth was that effective. It really isn't. It really isn't effective. And maybe one day I'll tell you about the time I was in a cult. But that's just, I'm a cult survivor. I really was in a cult though. But it's people love to come in and say, if it didn't work, then why are thousands of people saying it does?
Let's go over that. Misidentification of bugs.
Misidentification of bugs.
Yes. I honestly think.
I think a lot of it is misidentification of bugs.
Yeah, they'll get bites, and it could be from a road mosquito, or maybe they were at a friend's house who had a dog.
Right.
And they don't notice it right away, and the next day when they wake up, they're like, I've got bites. It must be bed bugs. And then they go crazy with the diatomaceous earth, and then they're convinced that they're gone.
Right, but it's really, but it could even be a delayed reaction from a bedbug bite. It may actually be a valid bedbug bite, but you
Right.
never actually brought them home.
Right. Like just sitting at the movie theater or something like that, and you got
Kenju
bitten.
says, I'm shocked. I'm just now hearing about the cult thing for the first time. I don't talk about it a lot. It was it was a dark time. But that's how I met my wife. So we were both in a cult. We grew up in a cult. My wife and I. So, yes. It wasn't completely horrible. I mean, I've got a beautiful wife and beautiful children because of a cult, but it was a cult. So, it was a very religious cult. You know. It's crazy. I think I know which cult. Had a good friend up there who spoke out against them for 40 years. What? Really? That's interesting. I mean, it still exists. There are still so many branches of the cult that I was in all my life that, I mean, they're still
My whole
around.
family's still in it.
Who?
My whole family's still in it. And each of them
Oh, yeah. My family is too.
are 3 different branches of it.
Yeah. My wife has 2 sisters and a mother and father still alive. And one of her sisters is in one branch of this cult. Another sister's in another branch of the same original cult that just like splintered off into several different groups. And then her parents are in another. So it's like 3 different versions. They all basically believe the same thing, but it's because one person got offended, they decided to separate and take half the cult with them or a third of the cult or whatever. That's how the cults are. And my dad and my sisters are still in it too. So I'm out of it. I got away from it. I'm now that. But the thing is, when you're in it, you don't. No, it's not Scientology. Just as crazy. But we don't believe in Xenu, or anything like that. But the thing is when you're in a cult, it's really hard to see that you're in a cult. You don't realize that you're in a cult.
Anytime someone brings up a valid point, then you have to use a workaround in your head of why it's still the way you believe.
I'll tell you what I'll do. For those that are interested in that story, I will do a members only live stream and I can go over it there and I can talk to y'all about it. But I'm not going to do it it has nothing to do with pest control. So I'm not. This is a pest control channel. YouTube doesn't like it if I talk about things that aren't pest control related on a pest control channel. So I'll have to do it for a members only. But no, it's not Scientology. It's actually Armstrongism. So for those that want to look it up to find out what it is. But it's Armstrongism. It's weird. It's a weird Messianic Christianity group. They're really weird. They're really, really weird. Very controlling. So if you're interested to look it up.
Or go TikTok. Oh, what's
Is
his
that
name?
bleach on my
Mr.
arm or is that deodorant?
I don't know.
Oh, that's paint. That's paint. I'm wearing one of my painting shirts. What'd you say, Alicia?
Oh, Mr. What is his name on TikTok that goes over it?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Difficult on TikTok is great. He was in it. Go watch him. You don't have to watch me. You can watch him. He'll tell you all about it. In fact, I'll show him to you. Let's promote a guy. Let's promote somebody real quick. All right. TikTok.com/ Mr. CULT. There he is. That's a guy. And I'll even post his link in chat for those that are interested. And this will tell you pretty much everything that we were into. There you go. For those that are interested in the...
You were raised believing that.
We were raised believing all of this. He doesn't have a big following, so if anybody in here in TikTok, go and follow him. He's a pretty cool guy. I like him. But I watch a lot of his stuff, and I laugh, and I'm like, wow, we really did believe that. That is crazy stuff. If you watch it, it's crazy stuff. You'll see. You'll see. I have a pretty strained relationship with pretty much all of my external family members because they believe that if you don't believe exactly what they believe, there's something honestly wrong with you and you're probably the devil. And so you need to separate away from the people that are the devil.
Well,
Like-
especially if you're like baptized into the faith, then they feel like they have to like.
Right,
shun you.
especially if you're baptized into this cult. So you have to basically shun. Like, so my grandma, my mom's mother, is Baptist, and my grandpa, my both of my grandparents on my mom's side are Baptists, and my grandparents on my dad's side were also Baptists, and so we weren't allowed to really hang out with them at all because they were not Armstrongists. So I from the time I was maybe 5 or 6, I didn't have a lot of relationship with my grandparents at all on either side of my family. And then once I turned 12 and we started being homeschooled, I didn't have really any exterior communication other than in the church at all, because all of my friends in school, I mean, I talked with a few of them, but most of them, I mean, you know how it is when anybody that's graduated high school, I mean, how many of those people do you know now? I mean, it's not a lot of them. Most of those people you kind of lose touch with, and you might have a few friends that you're still in touch with, but most of them kind of drop off. Once you leave school, you don't really have a lot of communication with those older people, and so, or those friends of yours. And so I really didn't have much of a social life outside of 12 years old. Except work. I mean, doing what I do in pest control, I would go out and I would meet people every day. But it's different when you're going to a customer's house and when you actually have friends. So I've got a couple friends that are still friends of mine that I grew up with in elementary school that I still talk with. We play games and stuff like that together. But most of those people have just kind of disappeared. You know, I see them in passing, but it's like more like acquaintances now because it's been 20 years. So, or 30 years. It's been 30 years. Man, I'm old. And you know, you people that were saying I was middle-aged last week, I looked up the definition. The Merriam-Webster's definition of middle-aged is past 45, and I'm only 42, so I am not middle-aged. Just because I got all this gray hair, I mean, I got this gray hair, see?
I know how to fix that.
But, yeah, I mean, I could color it, but I kind of like it because it makes me look like Mr. Fantastic. Y'all ever watch the Fantastic Four? You know the Fantastic Four? He had the gray on the side. And then he had the dark brown hair, but he had the gray on the side. I'm a hero. I'm like one of the heroes from Fantastic Four. That's what I am. And so that's pretty cool, right? I'm a Fantastic Four hero. I'm stretchy. I can take and just go like that and save the day. I am not going through a midlife crisis. I am not midlife yet. I am not going to go out and buy a Camaro. Well, my wife would kill me if I went out and just bought a Camaro.
Yeah, I would.
Doctor Strange. I'm not Doctor Strange. I'm Mr. Fantastic because Fantastic Four are better than Avengers.
There's another one. What's the one that does this?
That's Doctor Strange.
Oh, is it? Yeah, no, you do look a lot. Yeah, that the gray sideburn thing does look like Doctor Strange. Reminds me of that.
Kinju says I am very humble. Am I very humble?
For the most part, I'd say.
I don't think so. I mean, it's hard to be humble when you're the best. Right?
Yeah, well, there it is. That's why I say sometimes.
Just. Oh. Omar says I look like Doctor Strange, too.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
I don't know. I didn't care. I don't know. I like the fan.
like
I wish they would put somebody in charge to make a good Fantastic Four movie. They were my favorite. Growing up, I wish I still had those comics. I lost a lot of those in my divorce, but the Fantastic Four, I think the Fantastic Four were way better growing up. I thought they were. Is it normal to see 1 or 2 bed bugs a week after? Yes, it is normal. That is completely normal. So when you're dealing with bed bugs, you're going to have eggs and you're going to have adolescents. All right, and the adolescents go through instar phases when they shed their skin. That doesn't matter. The point is they're not able to reproduce. So you have eggs that have to hatch. It takes a week to 10 days for them to hatch. And they hatch, they come out, they bite you. Okay? It takes a while for that to happen. When you spray a pesticide, you have a period after you spray that it's stronger because you just applied it, so it's really strong. As it starts to, the longer it goes after treatment, it will wane in its strength. It still kills bugs, but it takes longer for them to die. So when you first apply it, you may not get bit as often. But then after about 4 or 5 days, I should say, the chemical's not as strong. So they may make it out and bite you before they die. That's normal. Carbon dioxide traps do not work. Fantastic Four, I hope they don't. Fantastic Four is getting a reboot. It's going to suck. All the reboots suck. I mean, the original Fantastic Four movie was awful. I thought they did a horrible job. Doctor Doom is one of the best villains. Victor Von Doom is amazing. He is an amazing bad guy. And I just don't think they gave them enough. I don't know. I'm a big comic book person. I've written comic books. I love comics. Older comics. So, good night, Latrina. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Everybody who stops by. Appreciate everybody. I like people stopping in and asking questions. I just had a bunch of coffee. I'm not going to bed anytime soon. I'm glad to talk. It's the longest live stream I've had in probably 3 or 4 weeks. Well, considering 2 weeks I went without doing one at all. Yeah. Well, I don't know. There are some good stories that I liked. Do heat treatments work? No. The thing is, all right. I have a video on my channel that I did, the very first video on my channel. Go and sort by video. I mean, let's just do it now. All right. There's my channel. Okay? You go to videos, right here. Oldest video. Number 1, oldest video. Why heat treatments don't work for bed bugs. 7 years ago. Actually, should be 8 years ago. I've been on YouTube for 8 years. But that video right there is why heat treatments don't work on bed bugs. How can I get rid of these bugs? Please help me. What bugs? The problem with heat treatments is, all right, when I made this video, heat is all people did. Now they do heat plus chemical. Do you know why? Because heat doesn't work. They still want to make the money on heat treatments. There's 3,500 reasons that exterminators prefer a heat treatment over liquid treatment. And they all have George Washington's face on them. Money. It has to do with money. It has nothing to do with how effective they are. It has to do with money. A liquid treatment is a lot cheaper. Even exterminators that charge more than me for a liquid treatment are still a fraction of the cost of a heat treatment. Heat treatments are very expensive. Okay? And for the amount of money you spend on a heat treatment, they're not effective. Bed bugs in my car. Use Crossfire. You can use Crossfire inside your car. Kill bed bugs. Actually, I can show you. Car. Just search car on my channel. Bed bugs in your car, what to do. I also have this as a real fast video you can watch. So I'm going to post these for you. By the way, Latrina, If this is the Latrina that donated to me, I got your donation and I appreciate it. You didn't need to do that. But there's one video. And then my mouse is real jittery. There's the other one. Did he treat the chairs? Did he treat the where they class? I had a comprehensive card detail done and the exterminator sprayed before the seats were put back in and after. I still have bugs. Now, it does take time for all the bugs to die, just like it does in your house. It's going to take a longer in your car as well. And so that's just, I mean, that's the way it is. It can take several weeks for them to die in the car, just like it takes several weeks for them to die in your house. Have you actually seen bed bugs in your car? Are you sure it's not something else biting you, like mites or fleas or ants or something like that? Because I got ants in my car before and they chewed me up. So, I mean, it could be something else. It may not be bed bugs biting you. And if it isn't, if it's mites or something like that, the exterminator probably didn't use the right pesticide if he thought it was bed bugs. Oh, hey, Big. Hey, you didn't have to do that. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, don't waste your money on traps or interceptors. They don't work. Bed bugs can actually get in and out of traps. They don't work. The only ones that work, if you want to trap bed bugs, is double-sided tape around your bed leg. You can do that, and it can kill the bed bugs when they travel, but not kill it, catch them. It catches them when they try to travel up the bed leg. That can catch them. But the interceptors themselves, the little trays that go up underneath the bed feet, they don't work. They don't work. Bed bugs can climb out of those. They don't work. That's going along the premise that bed bugs can't climb up a slick surface, and that's not true. In fact, I've got, oh, you know what? I've got live bed bugs. Hey, Rory. Is Rory asleep?
You should let another one bite you.
Shush. Is Rory asleep?
I had no clue. I didn't talk to him.
Hey, Emma.
What?
You want to go grab something for me out of my car?
Just a second. I'm killing a rat.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
Can you go grab something for me out of my car?
Yeah.
Okay. In the center console, where you put your elbow, open it up, and there's an orange pill bottle in there. Can you bring that in here to me, please?
Yeah.
As quickly as you can?
Yeah.
I want to show people these bed bugs. And I don't know if y'all heard her or not. She's like, you should let one bite you again.
I think
Dude.
it'd be greatly entertaining.
Quiet. Dude, you, if one fell, I've got like 4 this time in one bottle. You really want me to try to open that up on my desk?
I don't know about that.
I didn't think so. Can an unopened can of Crossfire expire? You would have to ask MGK. I believe you can keep it for up to 2 years, as long as it's in a cool, dark space. Not cold, not hot, room temperature. Do bed bug tape trap work to keep you safe for bed bugs biting when the bed is kept away from the walls? I'm not exactly sure what bed bug tape trap. I don't know what that is.
A bed bug tape trap?
I don't know what that is. But traps don't work. Traps really don't work. They don't work. I have a hard. Let me tell you. I'm gonna make a confession. I sit here in front of my camera, and if I stare at my camera, it's like I'm looking at you. But if I look at the screen and I see myself, it's like looking in a mirror. I have to make faces. I'm like a child, and so I sit here, and sometimes you'll see me go. That's because I'm doing it to make myself look funny to myself. You know how kids will make a funny face in the mirror? That's what did you close the front door? Yeah, the dog try to get out. I don't know if these things are alive, and I don't want to show this bottle because it's a medicine bottle. I don't want to show this guy's prescription.
Yeah, you need to just transfer them later to your...
Oh, I can do it. I can do it right now. I'll do it right now. Let me see if I can.
Careful, don't drop them.
I want to drop them all over the place since you said I had to get bit by one again. Let me see. That'd be my just desserts. I'll be mean. There it is. All right, so here's Amber Heard. Now, do I need to bury her? I play. Okay. What do I do with her? Oh, I got tissue. Let me turn this fan off. Otherwise, I'm gonna blow them all over the place. I don't want to do that. Okay, there we go. Let's get my tissue out. Let's see. I don't know if these are alive. Let's look. Y'all want to look with me? Let's look and see if these things are still alive. Because they've been in my car for a little while. Let me see if I can... Can I move my... I don't know if I can move my camera down on my desk or not. Let me see. Alright. Is that good? I wonder if I can sit this on something. I got a stand or something over here. Maybe my coffee cup, since that's empty. Or maybe my drink cup. Let's see. Perfect! Let's share. Y'all want to see some bed bugs? Let's see some bed bugs. Are they still alive? Ooh! That one's hiding in the lid. That was almost a mistake. I'll let you see him. Let's look at him first. Look at that. Y'all see that? Let's turn it so y'all can see it. Can y'all see him? Let's get him up close. Is it going to focus? There we go. That's a good one right there, ain't it? Y'all can see him real good. That is a female bed bug. Customer gave that to me when I went to do a bed bug job. They're not really large. Pretty sure that's alive. Pretty sure. Let's see. Let's mess with him. We'll mess with him and see if we can get him to move. Let's play around with this bed bug. Alright. Let's put it up here, up close, so you don't have to worry about the... There we go. Oh yeah, it's a full-grown adult. Oh yeah, he's live. Oh yeah. There you go. Is he moving? Oh look, he's trying to get out of there. Look at him. Look at him moving around in there. He's alive. She's alive. I'm going to put her back in the bottle because I really don't want to risk getting one on my desk. I might have killed her because I just squeezed it real tight. But see, it's a medication bottle. That's why I'm covering up his prescription because I don't want to share that information. But yes. That is a bed bug. I need to put them over in my glass container. I'm a little crazy. See,
A little bit?
I got bed bugs in my house right now, and they don't bother me. Because they're in a jar, kept away from everybody. I don't know if they can get out of this jar or not. I don't trust this jar at all. But there's more in there. There's more of them in there. I don't know if they're all alive or not. Let's go. See if I can slam him down off of that lid. Let's see. Is he still on the lid? I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to open this lid again. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He in there. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah. Okay. I think I got him now. Did I get him down in there? Ooh. Ooh. I'm so scared. I'm a little scared. Whew. Okay. So there's... Man, they're really crawling. Woo! Yeah. I'm a nut job. I need to be probably incarcerated or something.
I don't know about that now.
Let's see. I freaked out because of one bug that was 5 times that size. Thought, sure, it was a bed bug. Well, that's a full-grown bed bug. So that's not... If it's 5 times bigger than that, it's not a bed bug. That's a full-grown bed bug. That's an adult. Yes, it moved fast towards the blood. See, now, if Kenju was in here, if he probably is still in here, he would say, you need to feed your pet. You need to feed your pet. He's mean to me. If you've never seen a bed bug, don't assume you have bed bugs. What is best to use for dust mites in a bed? Because I'm not really... Dust mites don't really bother people typically. Unless you're allergic, and then you can use like a mattress encasement or something. Well, Kenju is still here. So he's lurking. He's lurking in the dark until I show my bed bug pet, and then he's like, you should let it bite you. We should have another vote. We should name this one. I should put this one in the case with the Amber Heard. She's dead now. She's still there, but I should put these bed bugs in there. And we'll have y'all name them like we did, what was it, last year? Was it last year?
It was last year, maybe.
It was last year, and we could do a vote, and y'all could name my bed bug again. That would be fun. What do y'all think about that? That'd be fun. You can't name him Amber Heard this time, because that name's already been taken, and she has since passed away, and we have to be sad. But we don't have to be. No. In fact, I was one of the few who voted not to let Amber bite you. But you were this one that said, now I remember that you said that it was cruel to starve your pets and that my bed bug was hungry and I should not be starving my pet. That is what you said. Beetlejuice was one of the names that actually I wanted voted for Amber Heard, and it got voted down. And they wanted Amber Heard instead.
I thought Beetlejuice was for the spider.
Oh, was Beetlejuice for the spider? No, the spider's Skeletor.
Yeah.
Well, I might be able to do it again. Well, the first one I didn't even have a reaction from the bite, so it's not like it's going to be a big deal. I might react this time. Who knows? I might have a reaction this time. That had to have been someone else, Kenju says. Who was it that said I needed to not starve my pets?
I don't recognize.
I thought it was Kenju that said it.
Oh, that silver hair is making your brain go numb.
I'm a silver fox. Oh, all right. Now, it's been a long time. It's been nearly 2 hours on stream tonight. I am going to cut it short. Well, cut it long, actually. It's longer than usual. And I'm going to head on to bed so I can be ready to get up early in the morning tomorrow and kill some termites. Not bed bugs tomorrow. So y'all have a good one. We'll see you next week. I appreciate it. And y'all have a real nice night, and hopefully, I'll see you next time. Y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.